Hey, good morning. I'm out here in the beautiful Fish Springs area in Gardnerville, Nevada, and got a nice little tile cleaning project we're going to work on today. And I just wanted to kind of go over the basic steps that we do, which starts with a pre-inspection of the floor. Unlike carpet cleaning, where I can just show up and get to work, tile cleaning usually presents at least a couple of issues, where either we have cracked grout in the joints, missing grout in various areas due to the houses flexing, which is really common on this side of the valley because we're all on, basically a sand base. So homes tend to flex a lot, especially in the first years of construction or after construction. So we're looking for, cracked or damaged grout. Baseboards are a big challenge for tile and grout cleaners in that almost all baseboards nowadays are actually a painted particle board. And you can look like right here, for instance, you can see where the baseboard has gotten wet underneath and it's swelled out. And that's just from mopping more than likely. So when I clean the floor, first thing I do is I dry mop everything, get all the dry stuff off with this static charge mop. I mop down a clean solution, spread it all out, let it soak for a while, and I scrub all the grout lines. And because no house is perfectly flat, some of that clean solution can find its way under the baseboards. This house is actually okay, that's one little problem, but many houses, if the tiles aren't flat, the baseboard can be up to 1/4 inch off the ground, in which case there can be a lot of swelling and damage. So when I do the estimate, I'll arrange first to come out and apply something under there, typically silicone and sometimes epoxy, and that way I don't have to worry about it causing any damage. So I'm gonna dry mop this first, which I won't bore you and show you that step of the process. Then we'll mop down the cleaner, which is a very high alkaline degreaser with oxidizers and solvents and whatnot. And I'll mechanically scrub that in with a real cool device I'll show you. And then the pressure washing portion starts, which is not traditional pressure washing like you see out on the sidewalk or your back porch. This is all contained under a shroud and immediately extracted out to a waste tank in the van. And then I dry it, force dry with fans, and then apply the sealer. So we'll break this into a few steps. But thanks for joining me. And Andre, our resident photographer here, thanks for shooting this. I really appreciate it. I'm usually shooting these myself, and they end up shaky and not all that great. But let's get going. Yeah, I wanted to show you a section here where we did this hallway and kitchen last week. The house has just had too much furniture to do all in one time, but here you can see where we stopped. So this is the original color of the grout, and this is from years and years of basically life being absorbed into that. But today's cleaning will get it back to that, which Liesel's just gonna be thrilled with, right?
Yeah.
I bet. So, you wanna keep going?
Yes.
The kids did a great job of getting everything out of here. And rather than spray the clean solution down, which ends up deflecting and getting on walls and furniture, I choose to just pour it in the floor, far away from the walls, and then take a microfiber flat mop and move it around. That way it's much less risky, and I can control what gets next to the baseboards, and we get a good pre-soaking before I scrub it. That'll do. Most people use when they do their own tile, they use a toothbrush and their hands and knees. I essentially got an 8-inch toothbrush here that I can stand up with after mopping the cleaner and do a little pre-scrub on all the grout lines. And even the rinsing process is done with me standing up, so it's much easier on me and you, the house owner, to not get on your knees and try and do this all yourself.
All right, well, my photographer had to go make a trip down to Walmart in a side-by-side. So I wanted to show you the rinsing process done with what we call the turbo spinner, which has 2 spinning jets buzzing around about 1200 PSI and being extracted right away. So let me hop over there and I'll show you what's up. Not sure if you can hear me, but this is the process. Going over the grout methodically, and it's just lifting and extracting that soil away. To do that, it's under vacuum pressure in this heat chamber, you're actually able to extract soil from pretty darn far into the grout. How the grout was sealed, the composition of the grout, whether there's additives, a couple other factors will determine just how deep, but usually we're able to get it at least 90% like new, and pretty often 100%, and more often you'd think it looks better to do because you're removing some of the haze that the installer is left behind, and possible color irregularities, and some other things I don't want to worry with. Anyway, that's it, and a little look underneath. Not to slow your house down too much, but you get the idea. All right, hopefully my photographer comes back soon. All right, so I'm done with the cleaning and rinsing process. We actually got it just about dry, and as you can see, if you look right here where I showed you earlier, totally matches. So this grout was picked to match the tile so that you don't get that grit effect of dark grout on a lighter tile, which makes the room naturally kind of look smaller. So now I got it dry. I'll use this solvent-proof sprayer to apply a solvent-based sealer, which I actually helped formulate this stuff for the industry. Because, you know, 3 or 4 years ago, when you went to seal grout, you had to use one of those little bottles with the brush tip on there and crawl around this whole room on your knees, and it would take hours and hours to do 2 or 3 coats. So you had to charge $1, $2 a foot, depending on the size of the tile. And it didn't take long before cleaning and sealing cost more than the tile itself. So I helped develop this process where basically, just like the clean solution, I spray the room, stay away from the edges, and then use the microfiber flat mop to push it into the grout line, off the tile into the grout line. I do that 2 or 3 times, and I can do a room this size in about 5 minutes. If I had to apply it by hand, it'd be, like I said, I'd be in here 2 or 3 hours. So that greatly reduces the cost to the homeowner, the consumer. And with all this type of equipment, it's so effective that it's actually pretty darn affordable getting your floors restored at this level. But if you'd like a free estimate, give me a call. You can call me direct at 775-552-5429, or call the office at 775-392-1275, or go on carsonvalleycarpetcleaning.com. Check us out. Check out our blog and our videos on YouTube and see tons more projects like this. I wanted to thank my buddy here for being the first customer that's actually taken the time to film me. It's usually the other way around, but he's a great kid. And if you see him buzzing around the South Valley here in his Rangers, stay clear and don't knock him off the road. And hey, thanks a lot, bud. I really appreciate it. Let's get the fist bump right in the middle. All right, have a great day.